Alright, you guys, this is the nail in the coffin for the King James translation, and I want to give a little history. Actually, you know what? One of the most profound things that happens to somebody in their walk with the Lord and with the information um, when they come to a conclusion is when they come to it on their own and when they do the work themselves. So this is what I want. This is what I'm going to ask you. Go look at the history of who King James was. What I have seen is that King James was uh, a homosexual. Okay? Now, does that mean that I do not hold on, my computer's about to die. Let me plug it in. Now, does that mean that I don't think that we shouldn't love homosexuals, or that I don't think somebody who's homosexual can be saved? Yes, I do believe that. Um, you know, this is what I know about homosexuality, is that that comes from evil, you guys. This is the point I'm trying to make. Homosexuality comes from a generational curse, or it comes from trauma. It comes through a bloodline, or it comes through trauma, or even the child could have been raped in the mother's womb while the child was growing, which is trauma. What it does is sometimes what will happen is the mother, as she's getting raped, these chemicals and hormones and these evil energies will transfer into the baby. Okay, that's one way that this can happen. But anyway, I don't. You guys, bad fruit comes from a bad tree, and good fruit comes from a good tree. Okay, we can't. We shouldn't trust somebody who was in that sort of frame of mind. Okay, who is practicing those types of things. All right, you guys. In the NIV version of the Bible, okay, there was people on the committee of the translation. It's not like one or two person. There was a committee of people that decided what words they were going to use, etc., etc. There was a lesbian woman on the committee of the NIV translation committee. And because of that, you guys, the word sodomite, which is made 17 times, I believe, in the scrolls, in the 66 canon, all the scrolls, and in the Geneva version, sodomite was in there 16 times, and it got translated into something mistress or something like that. It was like um, some sort of word and then mistress. They took out sodomite and they put mistress, which is totally different, you guys. It means a totally different thing and paints a totally different picture, right? And okay, so I want to look, you guys. This is a big verse that people wonder about. Okay, this is Luke 17, and this is right here. You can see KJV, King James Version. Okay, now come down to this. Okay, I tell you that in that night there shall be two men in one bed. There shall be two men in one bed. So, King James, if he was a homosexual, why do you think he would say two men in one bed? Or why do you think the spirit... Now, I'm not saying he premeditated that. I'm saying his spirit. If he was looking at the scrolls or had a group of people who are looking at the scrolls, that spirit in him, if he was in charge of the one translating this, or was the end person to make the decisions, don't you think that this might come into play? Two men in one bed, one shall be taken, the other shall be left. Alright? Now let's look at Geneva Bible. This was way before, you guys. This was way before the KJV. Okay? This is more accurate. I tell you, in that night there shall be two in one bed. One shall be received, the other shall be left. Two women shall be grinding together. The one shall be taken, the other shall be left. Okay? Now let's look at the Jerusalem translation, the one that I use, which is more accurate to the scroll. Oh, come on. Okay. Do the work, you guys, and look at this version, okay? When that day comes, anyone on the housetop with his possessions in the house must not come down to collect them, nor must anyone in the fields turn back either. Remember Lot's wife. Anyone who tries to preserve his life will lose it, and anyone who loses his life will keep it safe. I tell you, on that night, two will be in one bed, one taken, the other left. Two women will be grinding corn together, one taken, the other left. See, you guys, it did not say two men in one bed. That's so controversial. And why do you think, you guys really think about it, why do you think Luke, or the scribe for Luke, why would we even think that would even be in there? You know, what sense does that make? It makes no sense. So you guys, the King James Version is not, and do the history, you know, do the, look at the history, you guys, of who King James was. I know it might not seem, this stuff might not seem like a big deal, but you guys, this is looking like a very, very big deal. You know, we can't trust somebody who was, who we know, if he was homosexual, had a demon, you know. Of course that's going to translate out into the information. So, anyway, I love you guys.